Hello again, welcome to Lions Pride. We're here to celebrate June Students of the Month. I'm Steve Murray, the principal of the high school. I'm here with our host, Mr. Al Thomas from the Rotary, and here with Josh Black, Dean of Hawthorne House. And we'll start with our first student of the month is from Emerson House. It's Meghan Stagnone. Meghan is an AP Spanish, has AP Psychology, Anatomy and Physiology, mock trial. She's also National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, National English Honor Society, and then outside of that, when she has some free time, she does winter and spring track. And she was also the spring track MVP. Meghan will be attending Colby College next year, majoring in biology. Welcome, congratulations.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. So what were your events in track?
So I mostly run the 100 hurdles, and I'm also part of our 4x100 meter relay team. And yeah, sometimes Coach Schilker, Coach Richard will throw me in some other events like the open 100, 200, 400, really whatever. Sometimes I do high jump as well, but I like hurdles the best. Yeah. That's
amazing. That's you have to be in shape. That's why I don't do it. That's good. So what makes you want to do biology next year at Colby?
I'm really interested in becoming a vet, and I really like science. I find it really interesting, and I just think like having a biology major will like really help me like get on track to becoming like a vet, and I just really like the subject a lot. I find it really interesting.
And what made you choose Colby?
I just really liked the small like community like vibes it gave off, and then I really liked how involved they were with the town of Waterville, because they do like a lot of like community service stuff in there, and just like when I went up and visited there a couple of times, like everyone just like knew everyone. I just really like that small community it has.
How'd you get involved with horseback riding?
So I've been riding horses for pretty much my whole life, like well over 10 years now, and it's like I've made like some really good friends through it. I ride at Flying Chain Stables down at Chelmsford. I've ridden there my whole life. It's just something really different that yeah.
I went horseback riding once, and I wore shorts, and I could hardly walk.
Oh yeah, not a short word.
I obviously didn't know what I was doing.
Could you speak a little bit about the therapeutic horseback riding?
Yeah, so Flying Change offers this therapeutic horseback riding called Greener Pastures, and it basically helps people who have like disabilities or maybe anxiety, because like just like riding horses can really help with that, and like even just like brushing them or petting them, it like really helps like reduce stress levels. So that's also the reason why I love to do it. Just kind of like really takes my mind off things, and yeah, I've helped in that a few times actually, and it's really fun. Like all the kids there are just so great, and just it's really good just to like give back, and like it's really fun just to help with them.
Did you have your own horse?
I don't, but I've leased a couple throughout the years.
So
and
you think they're yours, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Sure. That'd be a nice graduation present.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
What you do in mock trial?
So mock trial, it's like such a different class from anything else at Chelmsford High School. It's really like independent. So for the first like month or so, we're really just learning about like the case law and like trial procedures, and then once our case comes out in October, we split up into witness groups, because for each trial there's 6 witnesses on the plaintiff, well 3 witnesses on the plaintiff, and then 3 on the defense. And so this year I was on the prosecution, because it was a criminal case, and basically like we have to like, because there's the direct examination and cross-examination, we just formulate the questions for that, come up with like objections, and just like spend a lot of time practicing that with like our groups. And it's just like it's really different from any other class. And then we get to go on like our trials, which is during the school day, and yeah.
It's a big event.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, you certainly had a variety of experiences in these years at Chelmsford. Wish you the very best at Colby, and on behalf of the Chelmsford Rotary Club, I'd like to give you this plaque.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations,
Megan. Thank you, I appreciate it.
The next student of the month is from Emerson House as well, Nathaniel Morris. Nathaniel's AP Physics, AP Environmental Science, Senior Odyssey Calculus. He's guitar, Reality Check, and Student Art. He's on the CHS school band, Boy Scouts. He's an Eagle Scout, which is an amazing accomplishment. A lot of work goes into that. And he participates in the Blue Hills Weather Observatory Camp. And Nate's very interested in pursuing a career in meteorology. Congratulations. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. So what makes you want to do meteorology?
Well, I've always been interested in weather. when I was a kid, I used to be terrified of storms, but for me, something that really helps me get over my fears is to find out how it works, to go to the root of the cause. And so that the summer of 2014, I decided to go to the Blue Hills Weather Observatory summer camp to learn more about the basics of weather and how it works, how people predict it, and the different career opportunities you can have for it. So that summer, I went to the National Weather Service office in Taunton. Now it's in Norton. They just opened a new office, and I found out, I saw with my own eyes exactly how these storms are tracked and how these warnings are sent out, and just the whole process of analyzing and predicting the weather, and that's when I knew that was what I wanted to get into. Plus, just the atmosphere is so complex and so interesting, and yet it's something we see and live in every day. So I guess it's just the fact that it's something we kind of take for granted, that a lot of people might not know about how it works, is what really interested me.
That field is probably only going to expand with global warming and some of the more severe weather that's seen across the plains.
I mean, meteorology is becoming so much more prominent of a field because the demand for meteorologists has been going up, but the supply has been going down. So especially with the effects of climate change, it's just going to become more and more important to have people to be able to predict it, to have people to analyze it, the trends, and make suggestions on what we should do.
Absolutely.
I'd like to ask a question in a different area. To attain the rank of Eagle Scout takes a lot of time and a lot of work. Obviously, you felt you were getting a lot out of it, or you wouldn't have stayed with it. How do you think the whole scouting experience helped you?
Well, it helped me in a lot of ways. I guess I could split it up into three main ways that helped me. The first one would be just outdoor skills. I learned a lot in how to survive, things like, tying knots, setting up camps, cooking, things that we don't really do nowadays because, we don't live in the woods, but it's something that still kind of gives you respect for the outdoors, and in turn helps you with learning about conservation. It also helps a lot with leadership skills, especially in the last three ranks of Scouts, which is Star, Life, and Eagle. They're more focused on leadership skills as opposed to outdoor skills. So that kind of gave me the experience. I was patrol leader and assistant senior patrol leader, so I got to experience and learn how to be in charge of all the Scouts and how to plan things and how to make sure things work, basically. So, and then the third would probably be just going on adventures with friends. Like, there's different things I did in Scouts that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I went down to West Virginia in the summer of 2015, right before my freshman year, and I still think about that like almost every week. It's just something that's going to be forever in my mind as an amazing experience that I learned so much in.
Great. You're also in the band. The band's pretty close, I understand. You really hang around together and enjoy being together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Want to talk about your band experience? You play the trombone, right?
Yep. So I've been in band for 4 years. I did marching band all 4 years. I actually wasn't able to do concert band this year, which is the actual class, the block, because I needed that block to do the AP Environmental Science class. I happened at the same time, and there's only one AP Environmental Science class, and I knew that that was what was going to be more important to me in my future. But I've always been friends with everyone in the band, and it's like a big family. We all share
But it's
jokes.
big because it's over 100
Oh
now,
yeah,
right?
yeah. It's every year it's gotten bigger. So
Well, not only is it bigger, but it's the quality of the playing is really tremendous. So.
yeah, we always try to work hard and do our best, and whether it's marching or playing in concert, we always try to strive for the best we can do.
Shows.
Yeah. Well, on behalf of the Rotary Club, I'd like to congratulate you on all of your achievements and wish you the very best as you go forward.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hawthorne House is excited to announce our next student of the month, who's Sophia Lupoli. Sophia has taken a rigorous senior course load, including quantitative reasoning, nutrition, physics, Holocaust, and angels, demons, heaven, hell, and last things, to name a few. She's a member of the National Honor Society, a class representative, a member of the yearbook staff, and Live Smart, where she was instrumental in Chelmsford High School's first Cause Day this spring. She's also a freshman mentor. She plans on attending Providence College in the fall and concentrating in elementary and special education. Hopes to return to the classroom to become either an elementary teacher or a speech pathologist. Congratulations, Sophia.
Thank you.
Special ed's a very big area in education now, and there are many dimensions to it. What's the attraction? Because it's certainly challenging to work in that
Yeah,
field.
it's definitely something that not everyone is interested in, or they kind of shy away from, because it does take a lot of patience, and definitely you have to have a passion for it. I'd say what kind of drew me to it was all the different job opportunities that come with that one major. So I kind of talked with my counselor about what opportunities that would give me, and I was just interested in not just that basic, subjects. I wanted to have like a deeper relationship with the kids that I want to meet in my future.
That's great.
I was hoping you could talk a little bit about CHS, the first Cause Day.
Yeah.
You were instrumental in that, in helping to pull that off. Can you tell everybody what that was all about?
Yeah, so Cause Day started out as this idea that me and Ms. Duasamoa talked about at the start of the school year. She asked me if it seemed, doable to get the whole school together, and it's basically everyone is going through something, and we wanted to spread awareness about the different diseases and stuff like that every family will go through, whether it's you or a friend. And we gave it's a program, Lady Astrid, who is amazing, runs it, and every disease has a color, and we just advertised that, got a group of about 20 kids together, and we had Cause Day, which was March, I think, 22nd of this year, and the whole school wore the color that was close to their heart. And it was a little tough because it was the first time we ever pulled off something like this to get the whole school together, but it was a challenge, and it motivated us to accomplish something like this. And the kids that were involved in Live Smart kind of carried on to Cause Day, and it was really awesome, and it was really successful, and we want to continue that in future years.
Maybe you could just go a little bit further. What happened on Cause Day? Did people with the diseases come in?
The representatives of Cause Day, the kids, they wore their color. We had a presentation in the pack, and we made a video just describing the causes that were close to us. And we had this one segment where we had kids stand up if they were impacted by certain diseases, kind of got a conversation going. We had adults kind of talk to others about, and just form groups so people could feel close to other students. It was kind of our, I guess you call our pilot year, just to kind of see if people were interested. And in future years, we want to have a walk to raise money, maybe a color run, because the color is sort of the theme. Some schools have done basketball tournaments, and each team is each disease. So we have a lot of ideas that we want to accomplish in the future. And this year was just our, trial run.
Did it generate, and I asked everyone involved, did it generate a lot of emotion where it carried, maybe the counseling staff and everything, had to deal with provide some support?
Yeah, I think it definitely opened up conversations. Yeah. I think that students were able to open up to their counselors and, just feel a sense of connectivity if adults even were going through the same thing because they were wearing the same color that a child was wearing. So it definitely opened up a lot of opportunities for everyone.
I think it created bridges.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if a kid or a family is dealing with a somewhat rare disease, to see someone else supporting it was
you didn't
empowering.
feel alone.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of understanding, too.
Yeah.
Well, it also, I know from Ryla, because we have activities that sort of parallel this, and just to see or to hear what some people are dealing with, it gives you a whole different sense of where people are coming from.
Definitely.
Well, I know you've had a good time in Chelmsford,
Definitely have.
and I'm sure you'll have a good time at Providence. I don't know why you'd go there, because no one in Chelmsford's gone to Providence.
A great school. You'll love it there.
Did you come under a lot of pressure from some people?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm excited, though.
Well, best of luck and have a
Thank you
good
so
time.
much. Thank you.
Good for you, Sophia. Hawthorne House's second student of the month is John Clancy. John is an outstanding student who's been heavily involved in a wide variety of activities at Chelmsford High School. He took a very rigorous schedule. He took 4 AP courses, including physics, Spanish, calculus, and English, along with some honors band, sociology, and Holocaust, just to fill it out. So he really set the bar high for himself. He was a member of the National Honor Society, the English Honor Society, the Spanish Honor Society, the Triad Music Honor Society. He's the president of the marching band. He's on the jazz band, member of the pit orchestra, ski team, Lime, class representatives, science team, and the Boy Scouts of America. So he certainly took advantage of everything that Chelmsford High School offered and really excelled at it. John is planning to attend the University of Notre Dame, where he will pursue a degree in economics in the fall, and in the future he'd like to become an investment banker and perhaps eventually a college professor. So he's got a plan, and he's a man with a plan. He's been tremendously successful. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's now a long time ago, but I have to ask you, was Ryla what you expected?
It wasn't what I expected, actually. I expected more like courses on just teaching others and leading others, but it was more, I feel, introspective and looking to find in yourself what a leader is and seeing what affects other people and more the emotional side of leadership. And
Is there any one thing that you remember that really hit home?
Wow, that was a while ago now. I'm thinking back now, but
sorry.
I loved the CEO of the paper crane company. You had a race between 2 groups of kids, and it was the paper crane making company, and you all took on different roles, and it was really interesting to see what kids stepped up, and then what kids just kind of just wanted to work as a team to really accomplish a goal, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's a major skill to get somebody to work together.
Yeah, no doubt.
Why'd you ski?
My whole family skis. I have 3 older brothers and an older sister. The older brothers ski, the sister doesn't, but that's a majority there. And 2 of my brothers were on the ski team when they were on Chelmsford High School. I didn't join until my senior year because I didn't have a growth spurt. I wasn't really involved in athletics until my upperclassmen years. But I joined senior year. It was one of the best decisions I could have made. It's a great team. I love the sport, and it was just a great time.
Good.
So we have a dynamic and quite large marching band that when you see them perform, it really does grab your attention. It's high-level music. You're the president of that. How has that been, trying to lead over 100 kids?
It's a lot sometimes, but there are a lot. Within those 100 kids, there's a lot of people willing to help you out if you just ask them. I definitely didn't do it by myself. I had a team of other members of the marching band right alongside me, helping me out. We just had the band banquet last night that took a lot of planning, a lot of preparation, and I couldn't have done it without the help I got from the band.
What is it about the band? It is a distinct subculture at the high school, and it is probably one of the closer groups. So what causes that kind of bond?
I think it's anyone can join if they want to, and we love getting more people, the more the merrier. And you're with them all 4 years, and you spend a lot of time together at rehearsals. There's a class for it. There's after school. There's various different groups you can join, and just the amount of time you spend with each other and the love for music that you already have kind of brings you closer together, and you're forced to spend time with them. So if you don't like them, it's just going to make your time worse. So you got to just learn to be with them, and I've made my best friends at Chelmsford High School through the band.
Good for you.
You're involved in a lot of activities at the school. What when you go to Notre Dame, is there anything to be looking forward to or adding to or doing?
They have a lot of club sports out there between the different halls. I'll definitely be participating in those, try to participate in student government, and of course going to football games, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, that'll be fun.
That'll be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
They probably get crowds a little more than ours here.
Just a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100,000 people on campus on game day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you've done so well, and we haven't hardly mentioned your academic achievements, which are truly outstanding. And we wish you the very best at Notre Dame and wherever the world takes you after that.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, well deserved. I'm happy on behalf of Dean McIsaac to celebrate Rikki Dzineku as the June Student of the Month for Whittier House. Rikki also took a rigorous course schedule this year, taking AP Biology and AP Psychology, along with Honors Physics, Calculus, and the Senior English, Senior Odyssey course. Rikki's a member of the National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society. She's an athlete for both the winter and spring track teams. She's a member of Best Buddies, class representative, yearbook, and the Thomas Jefferson Forum. So another student who really utilized and tapped into all the different opportunities that Chelmsford High School offers. Congratulations, good for you. Rikki's plans to attend University of Connecticut, major in biology or molecular biology, and hopes of becoming a clinical geneticist. Good for you.
Thank you.
So what got you interested in being a clinical geneticist?
So I love genetics and biology in a whole. I just like understanding how, why things work the way they work and how every part of our body works together to make us a whole and to function properly.
Your Best Buddies.
Yes.
Did you work with one child or several children?
I actually never really had a buddy just because I had so many other things going on, but I did go to the meetings and the events and their field trips, and I had a ton of fun with them. Yeah.
Very good.
Looking back at Chelmsford High School, what's one thing you remember very fondly?
Just so many the people I met. Just that everyone's so welcoming. I met so many new people. My first year in Chelmsford High was my second year in Chelmsford in total. So I didn't really know many people, but I was welcomed. I made so many new friends and did so many sports and clubs, and I just felt really involved. So just making new friends is something I remember.
The track teams, the participation on the track teams, particularly the spring track team, is just really ballooned. I think that's a credit to obviously the coaches and the culture they've set. But what have you seen in your time at Chelmsford High and how the track team has kind of grown?
I think just because everyone has a good time at track, it's not really something that you stress out about. You go to have fun with your friends and compete and to make new personal records and to just better yourself in total. So I think just the fact that you can go someplace to meet new people and to do something that you like and enjoy doing just attracts more people.
Is that something you want to continue doing in the future?
Not in the future in college, but I definitely will stay active in track and just try to, stay active, but probably not in college.
What events did you do that you liked?
I ran, so in the winter, I ran the 55 dash and the 300 meter. And then in the spring, I did the 100 and the 200. Mm-hmm.
Short and fast, there you go.
Not really a distance runner. That's kind of tough.
If you can look back, at your 4 years, was there one a staff member or adult in your life at the high school that really made a particular impact on you?
There are so many. I can't really pick one, but I would definitely say the class advisors, Miss Smith and Miss Swanson. They've just I'm part of class reps, and they've been the advisors for all 4 years, and they're just so inviting and welcoming, and they're so friendly and so funny and just so fun to be around. So I would shout out to them.
All right, great.
I have one hint for you. They have great ice cream at UConn.
They do.
It's
the dairy bar.
Oh, okay, you already know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
Mr. Thomas loves ice cream.
I live right off campus, and we take the kids, to the animal barns because it has the same background as UMass. They all started out as agricultural schools, but I'm glad you know about the ice cream.
Yes, I'm very excited for the dairy bar. Very excited.
That's awesome.
Do you know where you're going to be living? Any details like that yet?
Not really. They have specific learning communities where it's based on your major or different classes you take, but I haven't really been placed into one yet, so I'm waiting to hear back.
Well, it's a great place, and it's out in the country. Did you get that picture?
Yeah.
Okay. No, but it's so big, we won't have any problems that way.
Very excited.
I'll tell you one thing, women's basketball is huge.
So good. They're phenomenal.
They draw as many many people as the guys, so maybe you can be a women's basketball fan.
Fan
become part of that
sure.
whole scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well, I'm glad that you had a great experience transitioning into Chelmsford, and you've certainly added to our community, and I think we all appreciate the contributions you've made. And I wish you the best luck on behalf of the Rotary Club when you hit UConn.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our last student of the month was also from Whittier House, Patrick O'Neill. He couldn't make it today. To give a little background on Patrick, Patrick took physics, senior odyssey, calculus, and marketing. He's also the National Business Honor Society. He's the captain of our CHS rugby team. He's on a CHS football team, Army National Guard, and he works at the Senior Center. Patrick said his life, he wants to do as he gets older, he wants to open up his own business and make a difference in the world. He's a proud member of the Army National Guard and will continue to serve when he graduates. So we wish Patrick a lot of luck in the future. Sorry we missed him. So with that concludes this year for our June Students of the Month and for the year in general. So I want to say thank you for a great year, the Rotary Club and all their sponsorships. Thank you to the deans who come here all the time and all for the nice write-ups you've given the kids. And congratulations to our June Students of the Month and everyone from September through June who've been here. So with that, we say thank you. We'll see you next year. I'm Steve Murray, the host, on behalf of Mr. Thomas and Dean Blagg. Have a good summer.